His Majesty has arrived!
Greetings, Your Majesty! Long live His Majesty! Long live His Majesty!
Commander Mo, why don't you join me and my men for some drinks before heading back to Pujo?
I'm recovering from stomachache. Don't really feel like drinking. You gentlemen have fun without me. My men are already on their way. I'll wait for them here.
Sure, as you wish.
Commander Chen, Commander Mo. I can't seem to find the guard, so I can't give these keys over to him. Hey, Commander Mo, while you're waiting, could you hold on to these keys and return them to the guard when he returns? Of course. Not a problem. Thank you, Commander Mo.
Commander Mo, our men and I will be on our way then.
Take care.
Commander Mo, I apologize for the delay. Are we returning to Pujo?
Not yet. Let's wait until the evening. Order our men to guard the warehouse. No one is to get in or out.
Yes. Fall in! Be on your guard!
Yes, sir!
What's he doing here?
Who?
It's Secretary Zhang. He has a reputation for being hard to deal with. This is not good. I better go have a look.
I'm Secretary Zhang from the Directorate of Education. I'm here to pick up some scrolls for my department. Huh? That is none of your concern. How dare you think you can stop me? This is outrageous! Ridiculous! Let me in!
Secretary Zhang, how have you been?
Scholar Pei, you came right on time. I can't reason with that boor. We had a lot of scrolls stored in your warehouse in the Seaman Academy. A moment ago, Professor Xue told me specifically that the warehouse had been overfilled and asked me to take away our scrolls before sundown. That's why I came here in such a rush. Little did I know that he would refuse to let me in. Tell me, how could he do that?
Secretary Zhang, the warehouse is currently inaccessible. Please return after sundown, or I can even bring the scrolls to you later. How does that sound?
Are the lot of you trying to play me for a fool? Come before sundown, I'm told. Now you're saying to come after sundown. Well, all right. I'm going in no matter what. Just try and stop.
Stay back!
Hey,
Fine. If that's the case, I need a note from you saying that you wouldn't let me in so that I won't get into any trouble.
sure. I'll write it.
Mr. Pei, what seems to be the problem?
If the armor is hidden here, Xue Xu wouldn't have asked him to come and pick it up at exactly sundown.
Something doesn't add up.
We better inspect the crates.
There could only be two possibilities. The first is the armor isn't here.
Found it!
That leaves us the other possibility. Xie Xu was certain that we wouldn't let Secretary Zhang in. Don't you get it? Everything is going too smoothly. The armor is right here. Prince Tao's men and the guards are conveniently absent. And we've also managed to get the keys. Xie Xu even made sure Secretary Zhang was an eyewitness who can vouch for that we're guarding the doors.
So Prince Hal must have realized he'd been exposed. Now he's covering his hide.
I'm afraid there's more to it than that.
East? What does that mean?
Eastern Palace. Oh no!
Prince Hal is setting the Crown Prince up.
What are we waiting for? We must stop the Crown Prince. Don't you think we should destroy the evidence?
It's too late for that. I was too hasty. The Crown Prince is in trouble.
All right. I'll entrust you with the task of the Ulaanbaatar Festival, and Concubine Wu will assist you. I would also like to hear suggestions from the rest of you. I expect this year's Ulaanbaatar to be a day of joyous celebration.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Crown Prince,
Yes, Father.
frame your 100 copies of the sutra for the festival. You will be presenting them to our ancestors and your mother.
Yes, Father. Father, I have another report to make.
Move! Step aside!
Be careful!
Step aside!
You're
crazy?
Get out of the way!
Move!
Be careful!
I've been busy working on the reform, including changing the system and subjects and delivery of the papers. It's quite difficult to make everything flawless. 2 days ago, I stumbled across something that, after consideration, I believe it should be brought to your attention.
Step aside! Move! Move!
Watch out! Careful! Step aside!
What is it in regard to?
Crown Prince. His Majesty is occupied and still weak. You'd better not trouble him with all the trifles.
Why are you stopping him? Please, tell me.
Crown Prince, it's better for His Majesty to hear it straight from me. Your Majesty, I apologize. The Crown Prince has been too devoted to the reform to copy the sutra scriptures. I meant to remind him, but didn't have the heart to rush him. At the same time, I couldn't wait for the 100 copies to be completed, so I took the liberty of making a few copies without him knowing. However, my poor handwriting gave me away. The Crown Prince found out about it, but he wasn't angry. Instead of scolding me, he insisted that Your Majesty should know that it was my work. I felt ashamed and tried to talk him out of it, but he insisted on telling you the truth regardless.
Mainyang is considerate and humble as well. The Crown Prince is an honest man who chose not to be selfish. I'm proud of you both. Well done.
Your Majesty, I don't deserve such kind words. However, I am indeed deeply touched by the Crown Prince's honesty and modesty.
As am I. He's grown to be a virtuous heir to the throne.
Your Highness. I should have come sooner. Please tell me your punishment.
What has happened?
Prince Hao discovered our intentions, then played along. He set a trap and put your emblem on the armor so as to pin everything on you. Patient Jen saw through his trick. He asked me to alert you quickly, but I've come too late.
Concubine Wu, thanks to you, I didn't stick my hand out only to get it chopped off. I can never repay you. Please accept my thanks.
You must never act so rashly again. Prince Hao is astute and calculative. Don't take any action unless you are sure of success, or you'll only alert him.
I understand, and I'll keep that in mind.
Ming, is there anything you haven't told me? What was that about, back in the hall earlier?
The Crown Prince was soon going to accuse me of smuggling the Omatu to His Majesty.
What? The prince already knew?
Even if he had known, I had a plan. If he had have mentioned it to His Majesty, I would have had a chance to bring him down once and for all. The words were already on the tip of his tongue, but Concubine Wu made him bite back his tongue. Clearly, she is hell-bent on supporting him no matter what.
Ming, why won't you ever listen to me?
Don't worry, Mother. Even if he knew the plan, he could do nothing.
How many times have I told you not to take risks like this? How could I not worry?
Calm down, Mother. I've got everything planned out. Even if I do end up failing this mission, I'd plead guilty in front of His Majesty and take full responsibility. You'd still be safe. You could feign ignorance to my plan, and you'd still be favored by His Majesty.
Do you think I'm worried about my own safety and status? That I'd be implicated with you? After all these years, I'm used to walking on thin ice. It is you I'm concerned about. All I want is for you to be safe. If anything happens to you, how do you expect me to go on?
Greetings, Crown Prince.
Greetings, Prince Hao.
Greetings, Crown Prince. Greetings, Prince Hao. What a coincidence. All three of you have come here to pay respects to His Majesty. Prince Wu is inside, talking to His Majesty now.
This deer hunt painting is the work of Assistant Minister Yan Li Ben. I remember when my brothers and I took you hunting all those years ago, and you caught a buck just like in this painting. This deer hunt painting brought back fond memories to me of our own deer hunt. So I brought it here into the palace to show to you, Your Majesty.
This painting is finely crafted and extremely lifelike. Yan Li Ben's reputation is well deserved.
Your Majesty.
Greetings, Father.
Father.
Greetings, Crown Prince.
Please rise. There's no need.
Jermaine, you've come at the right moment. Look at this painting Fu brought me. Doesn't it remind you of the time we went hunting together?
Your Majesty, I've always dreamt of that since we went hunting together. I miss it very much. I recall that the Crown Prince was too tired that day to catch anything except for a cold and had to rest for several days.
I have no worries about Jur, except for his health and wellness.
It wasn't serious, though. Although he's naturally a bit weak, he can become stronger through exercise. Crown Prince, tomorrow I'm going hunting in the park. That kind of activity is good training for the body and spirit. Won't you like to join us?
Thank you for the invitation. But the Ulaanbaatar festival is coming, and I haven't finished copying the sutra yet, so
Jur. The Tang Dynasty was founded on horseback. As the descendants of our founding fathers, we must be skilled at reading and writing. The future emperor must be sound in body, too. Physical training cannot be neglected. Prince Tao, Fu, keep an eye on each other. Don't forget your physical training.
Yes, Your Majesty. I will be hunting with Prince Cao tomorrow and bringing back a deer for Your Majesty.
Very well, make me proud.
Fu, why don't you join us too? We can sharpen up our skills and spend some quality time.
How could I say no to that?
Then everything is set.
I'm sorry. We almost walked right into Prince Cao's trap because of my negligence. There hasn't been much damage, but you've been compromised. Your trip to Puzhou will be dangerous.
You needn't apologize. Those rats knew exactly what our next move would be, thus endangering the Crown Prince. Now that we know what they're up to, they should be afraid of us.
Take care, Mokun.
Wait! Commander Moore! Commander Moore! Commander Moore. The Crown Prince has sent me to see you off. He would like to wish Commander Moore a safe trip. Take caution. It takes time to eliminate the wicked. Once the time is ripe, they'll be needing your help to wipe them out and safeguard the kingdom.
His Highness was almost put in danger because of me. I wish he could blame me instead of caring so much. That way, I'd feel less guilty. Please tell His Highness that my life belongs to him. I'll forever be loyal to him.
Commander Moore, I'll be seeing you.
Mokun, please take care.
Mr. Pei, one more thing. Prince Cao invited the Crown Prince hunting tomorrow.
Hunting? Did he agree?
He had to, because His Majesty was present.
His Highness discovered Prince Cao's secret armor. His trick failed. He's likely to try to harm His Highness again. The hunting field is filled with thick forest. It will be impossible to keep His Highness safe there.
His Highness certainly knows that. He's asked Prince Fu to join them. He's a decent fellow. Prince Cao wouldn't dare play tricks. His Highness would like you to go with them, just in case.
I'm grateful for His Highness's trust.
Thank you, Mr. Pei.
Be patient. I've made everything convenient for you. I've had them close the eastern forest. The game have nowhere else to go. You'll be able to catch them easily. No doubt about it. Ubanu,
Yes, Your Highness.
have your men protect the Crown Prince. Make no error, or pay with your life.
Yes. Good.
That's odd. Why aren't Prince Tao's men behind us?
If Prince Fu asks when the eastern forest was closed, what do you think you'll tell him?
It's been closed since the early morning. The Crown Prince was eager and broke in. The forest is very large and dense. We failed to find him.
Send the signal.
Yes, sir. Release it! Whoa! Prince Hao, war tracks have been found to the west.
Brother Fu, the Crown Prince is hunting deer near the east, so we better not disturb him, let alone outshine him. Why don't you and your men go west and track the boars? You won't return empty-handed.
It's very thoughtful of you.
I'm flattered. I invited you two over. It's my duty to ensure that you have a great time.
Thank you kindly.
Please stop, Crown Prince! Whoa! Your Highness, Prince Hao says the eastern forest was sealed, but we've been heading that way. Why are there no roadblocks?
Could it be a trap?
Is there anything wrong?
The eastern forest hasn't been blocked, and there are startled birds. It could be an ambush.
Protect the Crown Prince!
Yes!
Pate, take the Crown Prince south. I'll cover you.
As you command.
Oh no. They're using whistling arrows to locate the Crown Prince. Hurry! Capture the archer!
Yes, sir!
Let's go!
It's red!
They've begun to take action. Follow the whistling arrows and get rid of the Crown Prince.
Yes, sir! Send the signal immediately. The Crown Prince is heading north.
They've been defeated. Killing me is of no use.
Crown Prince! Are you all right? Let's go.
Where is he? Where is he? Your Highness! He's over there! After him.
Sit tight.
Prince Cao, I saw the Crown Prince and his horse fall off the cliff. No one could have survived a fall from that height. Congratulations, Your Highness.
Congratulations, Your Highness!
Pubano,
Yes.
Send some arrows down just in case.
Yes.
The Crown Prince was eager to catch the deer, so as to please you. In order to help him, I sent some men to close the eastern forest and narrow the field, then assign some guards to protect him. And however, he couldn't stand the heat and ended up taking off his robe. Before entering the closed area, when the guards I sent lost him, they panicked. Then the Imperial Guards encountered some armed soldiers. They didn't recognize the Crown Prince without his robe and mistaking him and his guards for trespassers. They engaged in a fight, and then I almost injured him back then. After receiving the news, I rushed right over. On my way there, I found his discarded robe, and he managed to piece things together. Then I asked the Imperial Guards to step down. For some reason, his horse was startled and galloped hurriedly towards a cliff. The last thing I saw was him falling out, but there was nothing I could do. This is all my fault. I don't deserve to live. I accept your hardest punishment.
I asked you both to protect him. But you! My son.
Your Majesty, today's hunt was well prepared by Prince Hal. He was meticulous and thoughtful. The Crown Prince was knowledgeable, but unfamiliar with the hunting field, so he ended up in the blocked area and was mistaken by the guards. Prince Hal risked his own life to save him and took an arrow. There was blood everywhere. Your Majesty, given that he was loyal to the Crown Prince, please show him lenience.
What's the use in all this? Sure. Sure. Greetings, Your Majesty. Rise, get up now. Let me see you. Are you injured? Is it serious? Call the physicians.
As you command.
Don't worry about me. It's just a flesh wound. Nothing serious.
I'm so glad you're back. Help him sit down. Be careful. Thank the heavens for blessing the kingdom. And my son.
The Crown Prince must have the blessing of the heavens and our ancestors.
Sure. What exactly happened? Tell me everything.
Yes. I saw you fall off the cliff with my own eyes. What happened after that? I'm so glad that you've made it back. It is a miracle. Otherwise, even my death could not atone for my crime.
When my life was on the line, and I assumed I was as good as dead, little did I know that your men were right behind me.
Crown Prince!
Right when I was upon death's door, I saw someone vaguely resembling you.
Me?
Similar, yet different. He looked young but had gray hair. I couldn't see his face clearly, yet he reminded me of you. I felt relaxed and not afraid, and asked him for help. He smiled at me and said, "You're the Crown Prince. The kingdom depends on you. How could your life end now?" Then he blew a puff of air on me. Suddenly, a gust of wind came and lifted me up onto a large flat rock. And that's how I was able to survive.
I was right about you. You are indeed the chosen one.
The Crown Prince's survival must be from your practice of Taoism and his act of transcribing the sutra. Prince Cao, don't you agree?
The Crown Prince's safe return is a blessing to the kingdom. Still, I'm responsible for what happened to him. He has been kind, enough to forgive me, but I cannot forgive myself. I have heard that his bodyguard Hua Tian died during the incident while protecting the Crown Prince. Therefore, I'd like to offer him my personal guard, Pubanu, to fill the vacancy. He is a great warrior that you entrusted to me. That way, I would feel less culpable about my incompetence.
Thank you for your generosity. Father, I do know someone who would make a great bodyguard.
Huh?
Pei Xingtian. I was going to hire him regardless. Besides, it would be inappropriate to take his guard away from him.
I've seen how capable Pubanu is. I wished to keep him for myself, but Prince Cao insisted on taking him. So I made him his guard. Considering what you went through, your brothers and I won't be able to stop worrying. Since Prince Cao has offered him to you, then take Pubanu as your bodyguard from now on. As for the one you chose, he can be an additional guard for you.
Thank you, Father. I believe that quality matters more than quantity. I have an idea. Pei Xingtian and Pu Banu could have a duel. Whoever wins could become my bodyguard.
Fair enough. We shall give them 10 days to prepare. The winner will become the Crown Prince's new bodyguard. At the same time, this competition will motivate the other palace guards. That settles that, then. Let me see your wound. Aye.
Your Grace, I bear ill news.
What's got you in such a fuss?
I heard that the Crown Prince, Prince Cao, and Prince Fu went hunting together. But somehow the Crown Prince was shot and fell off a cliff.
What?
Prince Cao came back in tears to ask for punishment. Then out of nowhere, the Crown Prince returned alive. He was covered in blood. It was such a horrible sight.